Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Rattlebunny's Den. Apparently we've made some mistakes. Some big mistakes. It's been a while. I know it's been a couple of weeks. We've had some issues with some recording software failures. We'll get into that another time. But the biggest mistake that we have made is in finances. As you can see, we're negative. It's been a few years down the road. We're now in December of 1860. And yeah, I made some pretty big blunders. One thing that you need to consider in this game is the speed of the units that you're using. I'm using wagons. Can't afford to use a huge fleet of wagons because, you know, right at the beginning of a game and all. So yeah, I have to go through and look at some things and just take some serious stock of what I've made a mistake of here. You see here that this is the Zion timber line. It just brings logs to the lumber mill and then lumber back to the log area, to the forestry area, so we can transfer that over to the tools factory. But the wagons are taking so long to get through that by the time the lumber gets picked up, you'll see that here coming up here in a minute. By the time the lumber gets through, it's pretty much gone. Eventually, when you have the, as you can see here, you have the exclamation point here. That means that while you might be producing timber, it's also being removed by the, I think, something equivalent to the local sales, because, you know, they need to be able to, you know, make some money on their own, I guess. I'm not sure exactly why the game does it, but pretty much every transport thing here has the same sort of mechanic through that. If they sit in the station for a while, they begin to evaporate. So as you can see, we have lumber coming from the lumber mill, and we have wagons coming to pick that lumber up. But right now the wagons to pick up the lumber are arriving at the same time as the first wagon with the lumber. So this guy's not going to have anything on him, as you can see. And then the first wagon from the lumber mill didn't have anything, and there's quite a distance between them. And then if we look up here at the tools factory, there's no lumber getting to the tools factory, so there's no tools being made, so there's no money being made. Yeah. So we did some things trying here to make some adjustments and move some vehicles around, maybe to alleviate the situation. Here we'll transfer this one over to the lumber pickup, but it ends up being just really too little too late. It's easy to make these kind of mistakes in this game. You know, it's really the distance between the pickup and drop off that really can come back to bite you. As you can see here, a lot of stuff is negative. They've been working for years and they're still negative. And I was hoping that if we fast forwarded or let the time run up for another 5 years or so, it would pick up and become profitable. But just the way that I've got it laid out, it's just the distances are too great for wagons to cover. If they were, you know, more modern trucks, maybe, but we're going to need to do something about this. So I'll take all of these, and I'm trying to shuffle them over to pick up, just pick up timber. At least we'll make money in one direction. but overall it's just laying it out like this is a really big mistake. So we'll put all of them on timber and give that a try. Let's see. Okay. So now they're all on timber, but now they're going to take time to get there. And the reality of it is, something with this kind of a distance, you really need something like a train in order to get that taken care of. But we'll get back to profitability here. The issue that I'm having, that I'm seeing here, is everything being so negative. What do I have that actually works? So let's go to the top of the list here, and it's looking like our train, you know, it's doing the grain over by Tolstoy is doing well. It's running in profitability. It seems to be working proper. But it's, you know, overall, it's too little too late. Everything else is draining from the profitability of the train. Some of the wagons are making a profit. Some are getting lucky, but it's never consistent so far. And here's our train. And now we're over $1 million negative. And it's just, I believe we're maxed out on the loan, so there's no way that we can just take out a loan and fix this problem. So we're rather dead in the water at this juncture. Now I do have a system set up. You know, I have it set up in the system so I can actually edit the amount of money that I can play with. Technically it's cheating, but in this case, yeah, we're going to need to give ourselves a little bit of a bailout. So here's how we do that. And click on that, and let's make it, let's go 15 million. That ought to help us get out of the hole a little. We'll call it a bailout, and later on I'll try to edit it back once we start getting to profitability. Kind of like simulating a government bailout that you have to pay back. So let's pay back the loan. We were maxed out. Gives us $5 million in cash. And okay. So this is one of our other problem areas, the Wistful Vista food run. It's done by one set of wagons, and it's way too long. Takes too long to turn over. So what we're going to do here is we're going to lay in let's put in a road from here to here, and just kind of get that set up. What happens? What is that? Tunnel? Okay, 1.4 for tunnel. No. Okay, so since it's a bailout, let's be as responsible as we can. I love the new straight road thing, but yeah, you don't need straight roads everywhere. We're not Romans. Ancient Romans, anyway. Okay, so now we have our bypass, and that should make it shorter for food to get to Wistful Vista from the dairy bakery here. Let's work with these guys here. All right. Yeah, we're going to need a separate. Yeah, I think we're going to need a separate route. Yeah, okay. Let's get to routing. Line manager. There you go. New line. We're going to go from Wistful Vista over here to the dairy bakery. All right, let's get our naming done here. What am I doing? Con Road. Kingsway. Yeah, it's good enough for now. Kingsway food, that's fine. Okay, and then we can take out the Kingsway stop on the initial one. That will shorten that. So now we're just getting grain from the dairy farm to the bakery here. I think that's the Eudorus bakery, actually. All right, just that. And so that will take care of that little area. Now we're going to take a look here at the this is the San Andreas area and the construction materials. It's also a line that is way too long. It takes way too long to get things moved, and there's no profitability in it at all. I'm going to go ahead and do this by sea, just because it'll be convenient. Find a spot here for this. It's too far away. Okay, we'll slide this right in here. Yeah, a little bit closer. That'll do it, I think. And we just got to get a road to connect it. Country road's fine because we're not actually going to have we're not going to actually have road vehicles going to the port. There's a truck stop right there anyway. So connect that, and let's confirm that we have catchment. And we do. It turns white, so we have catchment with the port. And we'll go up here to the area where we get stone and build another port. Yeah, right there should be fine. Alright, and then we'll get this road set up. Alright, let's double check catchment. Yep, we got that. Excellent. That means that the port will be able to get stone, and it will be able to drop off at the plant. So now, setting up a route. Let's route it from here to here. Oh, good. It has a way that it can reach, so the water's deep enough. That's the one thing I was worried about. Alright, we need a harbor, or harbor shipyard, whatever you want to call it. Let's call it a shipyard. It'll work. Pop that in there. No road is necessary for this. And which one to buy? I like the Rigi or Rigi, Rigi, however you pronounce that. Let's look at all of them. Zoroaster, or the Wilhelm. And more horsepower, but slower. Yeah. Let's get 4 of those to begin with. And that should start returning that line to profitability. Yeah. I like to keep my naming conventions together, so let's go rename that. Let's see. Con C, maybe? Yeah, Con C. This is by C. Con Ocean's just probably too long. Let's see, that's the Sledwheeler City to what's the other one there? Gondolin. So GDN Stone. And that'll do that. Now we go back here. Let's paint them the pink color. And assign them to that line. Alright, and yeah, that line's going to be fine. That's going to bring the construction materials to San Andreas. Or is that San Andreas? Yeah, well, we don't need this one anymore, so we get rid of the vehicles. Sell them all off. Okay, and then we can delete this line. And we don't need this truck stop anymore, so we can delete that. This is a new microphone I'm working with. Hopefully it sounds pretty good. Alright, so now we are back up near Mattyville. This is where we had our tools thing we were looking at the beginning. And this is a big issue, this one here. This one's a little bit complex. And we need to we're going to put in a rail line here. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna just let's do a massive sell-off of all but 3. Okay, and then these 3 we're going to assign to the Mattyville tools. Okay, so they'll get moved into position eventually. And they'll be doing our tool delivery from the tool factory. That's short enough. We should be able to do that fine. Don't need this truck stop anymore. And we do not need the one. No, we need that one. We don't need this one here at the lumber mill. Alright, so start with the stations. No, cargo station. There you go. That's the one. Let's make this... That works, but let's make it as long as we can right now. Can always modularize later. Configure it later. Right now we just need the one platform here, and we're going to need one up over here. This area is quite hilly, so it's going to be interesting. That matches up to that road pretty good. Yeah, that'll work. Then we need another one up here. Could go over on this side, but it'll limit the growth. Let's keep it on the opposite side of the road. Tool factory can then expand if production gets to that point. Okay. So yeah, regular rail. Okay. Let's see here. Let's start over here. Gonna need a little bit more money. Back into the loan again. But if we do this right, we'll be able to pay that down pretty quickly. If we manage to do it right. Try and keep this as level as we can. There is a difference in altitude from both stations, so they will need to climb eventually. Oh, that's pretty flat. Alright, let's, straight as a line as long as we can keep it flat. Alright. That one's going down a little bit. I don't want to go down. If we go straight to, yeah, that's way too much bridge. Way too much bridge. I'm not opposed to long bridges, but yeah, they can kind of look a little bit obnoxious if you take them too far. Oh, there's a nice flat spot. Alright, now we're going to need to go uphill, but let's keep it as gentle and uphill as we can, which means we're going to have to swerve around a little bit. That's not too bad. Yeah, see, that's steep uphill. That's not going to work. Okay, just keep it going around. Okay. And attached to the station. A little bit of a bridge. Let's make this one brick. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. It's a little bit wavy, but you know, it's kind of true to the period. Pretty much any railroad that's engineered, if you look at the topographical, it kind of follows the lines a little bit. When you go uphill, you try to take a line at an angle instead of straight at it. Otherwise, you tend to go very steep uphill. See what we can do from this end. All right, well. Sorry, frog in my throat or something. Yeah, downhill. That's a lot of bridge. Okay. You know what? Let's see what happens if we let's look at this. Yeah, let's see how the lines are pretty close together on the topographical. That means that there's quite a drop right there. I think if we come off the other way, we can make it kind of work to our advantage here. Alright, well, looks like we're going to have to go steep downhill to begin with. Anyway, so kind of get the right direction. Alright. And then from here, yeah, see, it's pretty level over here now. Kind of coming across the top of that ridge. And now we're going lightly downhill. That's going to work fine. Nice level section. So we have a short uphill on the way back. Hey, it's too tight. Let's do a manual curve here. 37's a little better than 30. And we hook it up. Alright, so that's our route. It's a little bit convoluted, and it'll take a little bit of time, but that's alright. For the age, if you were planning to be accurate to the 1860s, you'd see a lot of pretty convoluted train stuff. Not a lot of straight as an arrow stuff like you have in modern times like now. Alright, let's hook up the depot. And yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Alright, so let's get into, let's build this line. It's going to go from here to here to here. Yes, because, oh, alright, well, okay, so we'll just, let's just put in a connector here. Yeah, not road, rail, there we go. We'll just connect the two, see if that works. That should bring it back around. Yep, no longer broken. The red exclamation point is now gray. Yay! So this route, let's call this, it's going to be Conrail, obviously. And let's see. Maddieville, timber products, I think. Yeah, timber products. Now it'll disappear there, but as long as I spell it right, don't worry. It'll look fine later. So we know the route works. And need to build the vehicles. Going to use the 440 General. Good price. I think we're going to need to double head this one though. Can you double head them, Steam? Yes, you can. Alright, that ought to look kind of interesting. We're running low on money, so we need to up the loan again. As long as we may remain profitable, we should be able to pay that down. And now we need the cars. These will be state cars, flatbed cars, because we're hauling lumber and timber. So yeah, let's do 8 of these. Okay, check our speeds. We had mostly medium hills, so 27 miles an hour at the slowest. That's doable. That's not much slower than on the flat, so let's go ahead and buy that. Gonna paint it green, same as the line, just what I like to do. And let's assign it to the Mattyville Timber Products. See that? That looks fine. All right. We'll get it rolling here, so we can look at what that train looks like. Oh yeah, that looks sweet. I like that. That really looks nice. That will do. Okay, let's check on our boats. First one's coming to pick up stone here. How much stone do we have? 93. I can carry 70. Oh, 2 new vehicles. Don't need those right now. Alright, we had 4 ships. There's only 37 left there. Alright, we're not going to need 4. So let's get rid of, need 1 or 2. Well, let's keep 3. Just so we service it well. Alright, so we have 3 ships. Doesn't matter what their number is. Alright, so we got that going. That should come back to profitability. We have lumber waiting. Here's our train moving. Let's see. Oh yeah, we already have tools being produced, which we didn't have before. If you like these videos that I'm doing, be sure to click like. That helps me out a lot. And subscribe so you'll be able to pick up the new videos as they come along. Alright, here comes our first load of lumber into the station. See what this does. Yeah, that's getting tools built right away. That's good. That's really good. Where's our delivery people? Remember, we left 3 for delivery. That's filling up nice and quickly. Delivery guys? Hello? Where are you? Okay. Again, the exclamation point means that they will start evaporating on their own rather than waiting. Alright. We're going to need some more. So, let's see. Okay. Cargo. Use the Americans again. Because, you know, I'm an American. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's get 3 of those. Should have enough. Oh, nope. Negative again. Borrow some more. Build those 3. paint them, and assign them. Alright. And here comes the delivery guys. It looked like he almost picked up... No, he picked up 4. Only one disappeared. There was more than... Okay. There was more there than could be shown by the graphics. And he's off. Okay, so let's go down to our original train. First one. Wow. Throat just will not clear. I am feeling fine, by the way. The coronavirus is not something that I think I've been exposed to. Though it is in my area. It has reached Maine. So all of you out there, just be careful. Okay, we're going to add a second train to this route. So let's going to have to add a couple of bypass areas or sidings, waiting areas. A little water. Another one right along the shore here. Give them something interesting to look at. Who knows, maybe if they're waiting there for too long, they can go put a line in the water and do some fishing. It's one of my favorite things. Yeah. Try to keep it as smooth as we can. Guess that's the best we can do. Let's get some signals in there. One for here. One for here. And another bypass right here. Or siding. Bypass. Bypass is roads, Matt. Siding is what you want to call it. It's a siding. Try to make that smooth into the curve. All right. Yeah, I think that's what we need. We've got 3 sidings. It should be fine. Should be enough to keep the trains moving. And let's clone this puppy. Oh. Yeah, money. Money's always an issue. Trying not to re-max out the loan. We just had our bailout, so... or pseudo bailout, or cheat, whatever you want to call it. Getting started in this game is not simple. Anybody who says it is, well, they've probably been playing a lot longer than me. Alright, let's wait and see what this train brings in. It's almost at the station anyway. And we'll see what's there. And okay, here it comes. Loaded down with grain. And we're just going to clone this one. If it gives us enough cash, we got 113,000. That's another 600,000. So we're at... and then immediately try... Yeah, still not enough. Okay, we're going to need to loan up a little bit here. Let's just make sure we have enough. And let's grab this train again. Clone. There it is. And it sets it up already on the line. Everything is cloned. So it goes to the same line and same length, same cars, same engine, the whole 9 yards, same paint. Which works out for me. Okay. Alright, looks like we've used our bailout money wisely. We'll keep some of it so we have some working capital. It's always a good idea. Is everything else working out okay? Where? Oh, we're way off the mark. Let's check on our new train again. Seems to be coursing through. Okay, that's one hell of a bridge. Lots of logs waiting. Alright, I think we have made some better decisions here. This should make a big difference. So we'll set up a nice little shot here for ending. And it looks like that's going to do it for this episode of the Bangorian Islands. Thanks for bearing with me. I don't generally like to do things like the quote-unquote bailout or cheat, whatever you want to call it. But it is what it is. So that's it for now. And I'll see you guys next time.